Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where we go over everything travel. And tonight we have a very exciting training that we are going to do called 30 Days of Content in 60 Minutes. Now, it is that time of the month where we need to sit down and start planning for the next month. I mean, we're on the 28th, right? We only have a few days left. So this is a wonderful training. If you need to get your social media set up, now is the time to do so. And tonight I'm going to show you exactly the steps that you can take to easily make 30 days of content. We're going to do it hopefully within an hour or less. And you're going to be able to just distribute it all into your scheduling system by the end of this training. So let's go ahead and get started. While I remove this fancy stuff off your screen, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you will always get notifications and you never miss when I'm going live. So here we have it, 30 days of content in 60 minutes. We're going to talk about tonight the tools that we'll use. We're going to choose the post types that you want to use. We're going to talk about the times. We're going to do posts in general. I have a calendar that I'm going to give to you guys. We're going to set that calendar up. The calendar is actually in the description if you want to go grab it. If I see anybody that writes that they need it, I will share it in there, but it's in the description of this actual live. And so the calendar is going to be editable, and I'm going to show you it in a minute. But in there, we're going to be creating the content and scheduling the process. And then I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks that you guys can leave with to kind of make it a little bit easier for you. I do this every month. I like to take Sundays for myself to work on my business. I step away from the family, the loudness, all of that. And I time block at least 4 to 5 hours to work on my business. So at the end of the month, I use those 4 to 5 hours to plan my social media. Now, I use different platforms, so not all of one type of content can fit on one platform, right? So it doesn't typically take me 4 to 5 hours, but in that meaning, I'm just saying that like I use different types, not always just 4 to 5 hours on one platform, okay? And that's going to be something that you're going to want to consider tonight is what platforms are you using? So yesterday we talked about how to master a social media platform, and I talked about the type of posts that do well on there. So highly recommend checking that out so you can get the right type of post going for the platform that you're on. Now, continue. Here is the calendar. Like I said, it's in the description. I made it like a separate template you guys can use. You feel free to edit it. You can put different stuff in there. And I have an example later on that I'm going to show you of what we put in there. Okay, so just grab the calendar for now. Tools we're going to use tonight. We have ChatGPT. We're going to pull them up. If you don't have it, go ahead and sign up. It is free. Pexels to grab copyright free photos. We also are going to use some of the deals from the suppliers. Now, a lot of the deals aren't out yet. So I would highly recommend checking inside Vax and Virgin and all the other places that we get our promos from and see what days the deals will go out. Then you have to grab them from there, okay? But I want to put that deals from suppliers because you guys often forget about all of the free stuff that they give us. So make sure you use that when you're posting. We're also going to talk about Meta Business Suite, which is free, or any scheduler for scheduling after the session. I personally use Deliberate. It's $15 a month, but it connects me to like 9 platforms, and I cross-post all throughout the platforms. And it has the capability of reposting your content. So like whatever I use on Monday, I can use that same next Monday too. Or I can use it twice a month. I can schedule it however I want to repeat itself. So that's like very advanced scheduling. So if this is like your first time ever scheduling, start off with Meta Business Suite and get comfortable with it, and then kind of progress into something different that, you know, you can actually fully use the tools available. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. I want you guys to get like a pen and paper, or just, you know, write in your notes for all you want. And I'm going to do this with you because I have to do this. This weekend, I'm going to have to do this, right? It's the next month. So I'm going to go ahead and write mine down. So when I sit down and actually plug it in, we'll decide together. So what we're going to do is choose one or two or make one of your own from each of the slide for the post types. Write them down, of course, make a note. I try to do 4 to 6 different posts. So I will do different times too when we're going to get into that. But for right now, I try to, if you're new, 1 or 2. But if you're advanced, you've been here for a few years or months or whatever, 4 to 6 is a good one because there's going to be some that you actually don't like when it comes down to it. So you want to have options. So let's start. Now this is going to be the top 10 travel posts that are ranked by the level of engagement that they receive. So I want you to pick a few of them from here and write them down. I'm going to talk about them to give you a little bit of time. Also, feel free to screenshot this slide. If you don't know, that's why I never turn my camera on, is because you guys screenshot stuff and I don't want my crazy face in it, right? But you can feel free, screenshot any of this. I don't care. So first one we have is reels or short videos. I honestly try to have one going a day. I do. But I'm going to tell you something. My reels, I repeat them. If you ever upload anything to TikTok, you can download it and reuse it. So when I find reels that do really good on TikTok, I will take them and I will spread them throughout the month. Ooh, that's some sauce right there. Ooh, sorry, I just gave all the sauce now, because I don't really care. Like, the same people aren't going to see that video if you use it once a month, right? So I try to get a few short reels together and I'm putting them. If I don't do it every day, I do it every other day. But I try to have short videos in between my posts, right? So these short videos can be resort tours, point of views, like I just woke up in Italy, point of view, destination tweezers, funny, teasers. Oh, I'm not going to even edit that for a recording. I'm going to leave that in there. Destination teasers. What does that mean? The Bahamas, if you do like a whole video, like you can do resorts. A lot of our vendors, if you go inside ALGV 360, they actually have destination tours. They also have resort tours. They have them all in there. You can go in there, cut a couple parts of it out, edit it a little bit, and then that's your video. I do that every month. And you have to edit it though. Don't take it straight from there and do not use the music that they provide, where it will get flagged as copyright. Fun. All right, next type of travel post. Before and after. We call these like trip glow ups. So like before you booked your travel on your own, then what it looks like when you book your travel through me. Also kind of forms back to why book with me. Why book with me builds trust and authority. So you always want to have some type of why book with me. You have to show them that they can trust you, that you can handle it, that you can do different things that not normal bookings can handle, right? You need to basically wow them. So you can do that through a why book with me. Next one, mock booking flyers or supplier deals. I like to snag at least 3 or 4 of these and I cycle them throughout the month. I go from ALGV 360. They have all the current offers there. I go to Virgin Voyages. I go to Royal Caribbean, Celebrity Cruises, which is Cruising Power. I also take a lot of the flyers from just different resorts. They have them if you have like direct. A good one would be the Palace Company. I've seen them have them. Just whatever vendors you use, go check and see if they have flyers. They're already made for you and you can just slap your logo into them. I did a whole training on this. It's called mock booking flyers, literally. And you can just go in there and, take it and just put your logos on it. I also did another training that's exactly like that called Supplier Promo Guide, where we put all the flyers into a promo guide. Use the content. It's free. It's given to you. Take it. Okay. If you do a mock booking flyer where we made those where they're actually like a flyer and it has a whole mock booking on it, make sure you're including the price, either what the deal is or the deposit itself. The deposit normally works best if you're using Vax. The destination dates and what's included, because a lot of you guys post very vague mock bookings and people don't know what to do with them. So you need to have those important details inside of it. Okay. All right, here's some more. Personal travel content. Any old videos of you on vacation works great. You could be on vacation now, also works great. Any behind the scenes of your trips that you may have taken, or if you do behind the scenes of being a travel advisor, how you're saving your clients money. A lot of good posts that I have come from me posting about client wins. I post a lot of, oh, I just was able to do this for my client. I saved this money for my client, and they're random. Sometimes I plan them, sometimes I don't. Like I will bring old ones too and reuse them. But these kind of things give you that I'm a human, not just a salesman vibe. And that's what people are looking for travel advisors. They want a personal connection. So that's what that does for you. Client testimonials or book this post. I don't care if you booked it a month ago, reuse it. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to sit there and be like, how dare you, Susan, reuse your post? Nope, that's fine. So anything that, you've gotten in the past, I got a baby crying. Any book this, screenshots, review graphics, thank you notes, anything like that works great. Next, countdown and flash sales. Urgent posts with limited time deals. If you go inside of our cruise lines, like especially Cruising Power for Royal Caribbean, they do a lot of flash deals. Carnival does a lot of flash deals, and they'll only be like 72 hours long. You'll see them a lot at the top of VATs too. They'll go across, the flash deals will. So if you have these flash deals, take them and then use them. These are good ones to put in there. Now, these are a little bit harder to schedule, okay? So if you're scheduling it out, if you want to include it, make sure you only include it for like that Monday. Don't bring it down for another Monday, okay? Number 7, travel tips and did you know? You're always going to hear me say the best way to be on social media as a travel advisor is to educate. Educate. There it is. Travel tips. Did you know? These are going to be one of your most popular engaging posts because people love to learn things online. Where do you go get your news? I said this last night. Where do you go get your news? Social media or the actual news channel station? Yeah, probably your phone, right? Same thing. Theme days, Tip Tuesday, Where to Go Wednesday, Fact Friday. Any of those theme days work great. And it makes it really easy for you to post because you can just change it up, but you're posting the same thing each Wednesday, etc. Okay, helps you. Interactive posts and travel memes work great because people will share them, will engage with them, but this has to come after all of these other posts. Okay, you can still do a travel meme, especially if you do them on TikTok. People really like CapCut videos with the people dancing or making jokes in front of them. These work great because people like them and they share and they engage. But you have to have a foundation of people already coming in before you get any interaction with number 9. Okay, and that's why it's number 9, because it requires a foundation of post before you actually get engagement. Inspirational travel quotes work really well, especially on Instagram, branded with scene backgrounds. They love those. Motivational Mondays are really great for Instagram, TikTok, sometimes Facebook. If you can get the right kind of posting reach, you can get a lot of shares out of it, but it's honestly Instagram. Point of view travel post. You can do photos, you can do videos with these, you can do, carousels, you can do several different types of point of views. What is really cool about these is they're easy to do. So let's just say you have a destination, honestly, Italy works really well for this. So I'm just going to use Italy. I have done several Italy videos, and every platform that I've ever been on with an Italy video does really well. I don't know why, but people like to do the point of views. You woke up in Italy, or you woke up in the Bahamas, or anything like that does really well. Go to CapCut and then get some of those videos of the Bahamas or Italy, whatever, or go to Pexels and get some photos of that. Like, it's very easy to make these, and people love these kind of posts because they're literally envisioning themselves on vacation. Deal flyers with real perks. So you can create these yourself, like a mock booking flyer, but you don't really want to highlight the prices if you do a deal flyer. The deal flyer needs to be like a resort credit, upgrades, kids sale free. Yeah, that's a deal flyer. It's not a mock booking because it's not going to have prices. Or if you get the ones from Carnival where it's like prices starting at, or the deal of the month is that is a deal flyer. So you can also do those. All right. Now that we have all of these picked, I'm gonna, go back very slowly while I talk about it so you can screenshot any of them. Now that we have all of them picked, I personally am going to probably do at least one. I'm going to pick reels for the first one always. I'm also going to do why book with me personally. That's what I'm going to do. I mock booking flyers. I don't plan them out. You can, but I'm not like that requires some tedious work for me. So I probably will just do supplier deals for now. So that now I have 3 already, and these are the top 3. So I have 3. I probably, you guys need a screenshot it. Go ahead. I like doing booked this. So I'll do booked this. So that's number 4. Flash sales, that's too much work for me too. Look, I'm just being honest with you. Travel tips, definitely. So that's number 5 for me. And then I also like to do, theme days is kind of coincides with travel tips for me because I like to do travel tip Thursday. So that's going to have to be the number 5 for me. And then I'm not doing memes this month. You know what? You know what I'm probably going to do too? I'm going to probably definitely do the point of views, but I'm going to take them from ALGV 360. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. I have to share that page. Give me 1 second. So if you go, this is off course. No. I'm logging into my Vax. All right. If you go into Vax, it looks like this. Click on ALG Vacations. Okay. And then if you go to ALGV 360, mouthful, it's going to make you sign in. I'm already signed in though, because I have like the thing already. Go ahead. You just create a login. It doesn't even have to match your Vax login, letting you know. If you go down here and you click images and videos, I'm going to take these videos. Those are the ones I'm talking about. You got some images too. You can do the point of views there. You can do destination tours. They have all of them, okay? But then, oh wait, why does it only have 3? This isn't right. Hold on. Let me see if I go this way. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's go this way. I went inside the vendor, but it needs to look like this. You see this destination, thematic? Yeah, we need this. Okay. So travel Dubai, okay, Japan, Florida. They have videos. This is like a real video here. And I can't open it. Here we go. So I take these and I crop this out like at the beginning and then I put my own logos and stuff on it, change the music, and it works. Okay. So this is what I'm referring to. And they have a lot of them. You have to dig deeply into ALG 360, but they have a whole bunch and you can go by the brands. You can go through here. I don't know why it only has 3 videos, but should have way more. Yeah, they do. Look at them, liars. All right. 93 items. That's what I want. Here's the hotels. See, I know where I was going. Barcelo, Catalina. Okay, can't pronounce that. Can't pronounce that one either. Royalton. All right, Lamas. The Fives. It's a really good resort. Take these videos, guys. They're videos. They're for us. You don't have to make the fancy videos. They made it. Just crop them, take all that extra stuff off of it, slap your logo on there, slap some words, and change the music. There you go. All right, back to what we're doing. So that's probably what I'm going to stick with for mine. Okay. So now everybody has their content chosen. Now we need to do the next step. Choosing your posting times and frequency. Let's decide how often you want to post and when. So ask yourself and be honest. I don't want the exciting, I'm ready to go. I want the truth. Okay. How many times do you actually want to post per day? And a lot of people will force themselves to post way more than they're comfortable with, and then they burn out. And I don't want that for you. So if you are new, I would suggest 2 times a day. Yep. Morning, afternoon. Okay. We don't really do evening posts around here because they don't do that well, but morning, afternoon is great. If you are advanced, I definitely suggest doing at least 3 times a day. And if you are like me, I'm 3 years in now, I'm going to probably do about 4 times a day, maybe 5 or 6, depending on how scheduled I can get. But I probably will do about 4 or 5. And I will take these travel posts that I have here and I switch them around. So, like, for example, we have here, I will pick the times that I want to post. So for me, I said I do 4 a day, right? I have to keep it where there's space in between it. You don't want to put them back to back because they need a few hours to kind of situate. And if they're going to go viral or do well, it's decided pretty quickly if you do well on a post. So at 8 a.m. on Thursdays and Wednesdays and Mondays, it seems, I'm going to be doing, this is an example, okay? This is what I did in June. But on 8 a.m., I'm doing travel quotes. And then Friday, I have a theme going at 8 a.m. Instead, I'm doing Fact Friday. So how you want to build this? How does this work for you? So I want you to take that September calendar and I want you to pick the 3, 2, or 1 time a day, whatever you decide on when you're going to post. Then I want you to take those 4 to 6, whatever you chose, types of posts, and I want you to slap it in here. And I don't want it to be the same thing every time. You can see that I change it up a little bit, but it is pretty consistent. So this right here, this SD is going to be like a video. So it's either going to be like a destination or like a review or something. And then my next vacay, I have flyers, where to go, travel tips, like you guys can see what I have, right? So, and the SD stands for supplier deal, by the way. And the reason why I said these are going to be videos or like resorts, because it's going to either have a flyer or it's going to have one of those videos that I was showing you guys in ALG. All right. So I do those pretty consistently because they have like 50, 60, 90, whatever of them. So they're really easy to just go in and CapCut and fix them real quick. So you'll see me do a lot of them. And videos typically do better, right? So that's what I do. And this is how it works, guys. This is exactly what you want to do. And if you have time, do a whole month worth. If you only have a little bit of time, do 2 weeks worth. When you first start scheduling it, you're going to probably see it's a lot. But once it's scheduled, listen, I don't market all month long. My marketing is automated. That's what this does. I don't stress up. I don't wake up and go, oh, and people always ask, how do you have so much time to do things? Because I automate the things that I can. That's what you need to do to be successful in business is automate, right? So continuing now to create the actual content, right? I have to show you, I'm telling you how to schedule it. Now I need to show you how to create it too, because I don't want to leave you hanging on that one. So we actually have to go to ChatGPT. Now I'm going to switch over. And in ChatGPT, I'm going to show you guys a few different things that you can make in there to kind of help automate it. And I'll probably actually go in and do it for the month of September already, since we're about to be in September. I'm just going to build mine like how I normally would. Now, my ChatGPT knows me, okay? I talk to ChatGPT probably at least 10 or 15 times a day, and I talk to them about everything. Look at this. Fire post, rewrite, replay, viral hashtags, Disney copyright, travel advisor. I mean, we go GLP-1 patches effectiveness. Listen, I even asked my husband's protein. I was like, which one's the best one? Like, I don't play with any of that. I need to know. Okay, ChatGPT is my bestie. So with that, I would highly recommend you doing the same if you haven't already. Start talking to it. I can just tell it to write me a brief summary about myself, and it knows everything about me enough to do so. So I'm saying all of this because when I tell it what to do, you might have to talk to it a little bit more because it's not going to understand it. So how would that work for you? Let's start with the easy one. Why book with me? I will probably do roughly 7 why book with me's to plant them somewhere in between. I like to do them at least once a day because it's a real confidence booster to clients that are going to be kind of freshly seeing me. So 7 times 7 times a week of them seeing that, a person on average needs to see you 8 times. Hey, between branch up, Ralio, and these posts, everybody gonna see me all the time, right? So, all right. So I am building my content for next month. Yep, we're having a whole conversation. And also, I normally voice to text with this one. So if you ever have that feature, do that. It's way easier than typing all of it. But for you guys, I'm typing. All right. I need 7 days worth of why book with me. Now, yep. So it knows me so well that it makes it under 300 characters because I post on Blue Sky and I post on Threads. So it knows that I need it to be under a certain amount of characters. But for today, I need it to be 500. That's funny. All right. So here it is. It makes it for you. Now, you might have to tell it at first that you're a travel advisor. You might have to say, oh, this is perfect. It's asking me if it's correct. This is perfect. All right. Now, let it build that. So what do I do with this? So I go in, I'm going to go to my Google Doc now. And I'm going to, 1 second. I know I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to call this document my September post. Let's call it that. I don't want to say deals, but it's fine. So then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make them make a whole list. Oh. Okay. Now it's going to make me the whole list. Even me, I had to edit it a little bit, but that's okay. And it's perfect, under 500 characters. Always make sure you know the word count for the platform that you're posting on, because you'll get a big headache when you have to go back and fix it. And it's just telling them all the things that Travel Advisor can do. So like, why book with me? Because I plan it all. Like just things, and it has my brand in there, and it has travel perks, book with Ash, vacation vibes. These are trending right here, vacation vibes. This is my brand. This is what people search, right? So it's good. Thank you. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to post. Oh my God. No, that's not what I meant. Undo. Oh goodness. It copied the whole. Yep. We're just going to make a new one. Make a new one. Not today, honey. There we go. All right. September post. Okay. There's day 1. So then I will go above this. I'm telling you exactly how I do this. Here we go. Why book with me? Let's do that at 11 a.m. And then I'll go back to ChatGPT. Share this tab instead. Okay. Now I'm going to tell it, let's see. Let's try to do some, let's try and do some destination teasers. How about that? Okay, now make me, let's say 7. All right. There we go. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because we're going to connect this to the next part. So I'm just going to grab these 2 for now. Okay. We could also do travel tips. Also make me 7 travel tips. All right. Now, while it's making those, let me go steal this. Okay. So we have pretty much almost all our content. We can repost these over and over if we wanted to, right? We could do this every week. We could go in and make 14 days worth if you wanted to. Let's say, let's move this up actually. Okay. I'm going to come here. This is where I'm at. 8 a.m. Destination teasers. Now, the reason I'm not going to give this file to you guys is because if we all post the same thing, none of us are going to win here. It's going to make it to where we all collide. It's going to bring each other back. So we are going to have to make our own, but I do want to at least show you how to make it. So grabbing this last set here, right? Reasons to book with me, book with a pro, snap photos. No, these are travel tips, sorry. Learn a few local phrases, travel insurance matters, hydrate while flying, just silly stuff, okay? So copy that. All right, now we got the ChatGPT set up. Now I have a good part of my schedule set up. So 1 p.m., these are gonna be travel tips, okay? Boom. So there we go. Now we need to do the connecting part. So let's go back to here where we were. We got the ChatGPT to make the post. Great. Now we need to go grab the photos and the videos. I showed you ALG where you can grab some videos. You can go to different vendor sites to grab videos. Then we also have one of my favorite things that I like to use is Pexels. You can use Pexels for photos, and then they do have some videos in there, but the better videos are inside CapCut. If you don't know how to use CapCut, I have a training on how to use CapCut. Just search it on my page. It'll pop right up, just CapCut in general. And I show you exactly how to use the videos so you don't get copyright flagged, okay? But I use Pexels and CapCut, and I use the supplier videos. You have to edit all videos no matter where you get them from, so I edit it from there. And I attach them to every single post. I do not post anything without some kind of visual element to grasp it, especially if you're like on Instagram, you have to have a photo or a video, right? So let me just show you Pexels real quick so anybody needs to see it. Let me close out all of these extra tabs. So Pexels is pretty cool. You don't have to pay for it. I guess it's signing me in. I didn't even know I had a Pexels account, but here we are. I guess I do. But you don't have to pay for it. It is royalty free, so there's no copyright attached to it. And you can just use whatever you want. So if I were to come over here, and my first little destination teaser is Cancun, I honestly would go to ALG Vacations and see if I could get a video. Okay, but if I couldn't in this instance, we can't find it. All right, let's go to Pexels and see what we can find there. So if I type in Cancun, it has a whole bunch of photos. There's like a girl sitting there, cool. Just different things about Cancun. Okay, these are different resorts in Cancun. So you can take any of these. And then they also have, like, you can kind of filter it. So Cancun, Mexico, to make it more precise. The ones with the people do really well. I'm just going to tell you. Okay. Then they also have this right here is also videos too. And mind you, all of this is free. Okay. So videos, Cancun, Mexico. Let's search. Now you have these videos, but these videos have no music behind them. So you have to go in and hit this edit button and throw it into Canva and put some music on it. I personally save the video without music and then add the music inside like TikTok or something like that, and then just kind of add it as you go. But yeah, they have all of the stuff in here that you guys can use, whatever you want. So you combine those two, now we have the actual post. Is everybody following along? I think it's pretty easy now, right? We get where I'm going with this. So you find out the types of posts you want, pick the times, put it into the calendar. Then you put the actual calendar together. You pick the post from ChatGPT, or if you find it in the supplier deals, whatever, put the pictures and the videos next to it, and then boom, you have a final product, right? So this is actually what mine looked like for the month of July. This isn't actually our current calendar because I just screenshotted it and put it in this training. But this is what I do. It's a lot. I'm actually posting on some days 6 times a day. And I do that because I'm crazy. No. I like to post a lot. I like to always be on somebody's feed. So you will eventually get there if you're new. It's okay to build up into this. And this type of scheduling, this is from Deliverit. This isn't from Business Suite, because that would take you a lot longer. But with the Deliverit, I can do 8 a.m., 8 a.m., 8 a.m., carry it all the way down. And then next day, carry it down. So that's kind of what I do. And I will do the 7 travel tips all the way around, all the way through, each day having a different tip. I would take that same tip and share it the next Saturday, the next Saturday. Why? I'm posting so many times that they're not going to see it. They literally would have to scroll all the way back down to see that. It would take them a long time. So think about the fact that I'm posting 6 times a day on top of not only posting Branch Up and Ralio too. So I'm posting roughly probably about 15 times a day on my page. And then some of the stuff from Branch Up and Ralio also goes to my story because that's set up for us. So you can imagine my social media is popping always, right? And this is the easiest way to automate that. So it looks like I'm online, but I'm not. All right, some tips and tricks for you guys. Like I said, reuse and repurpose all your content. Turn a long caption if you find one, if you have something that just seems like it's over exaggerated, make it into shorter post, reuse it. Use the same post on all multiple platforms. You can edit some of them because of the music, you might have to, so keep in mind it doesn't go all the way across with music. And then always recycle top performing content monthly. Not everyone saw it the first time. Yep, I highly recommend. So, next, don't try to plan it all at once, especially if you're new. Trying to build a full month of content in one sitting can be very overwhelming. So instead, start early. You could plan the next 2 weeks out. That's probably the easiest. And give yourself at least 1 week before the next month begins, which is kind of late for us, but I always do this at least the weekend before or the month before. I don't know, the month before, a week before. So I have time to actually put all the posts in. And then break it down. I only do 7 days at a time when it comes to like the rebuilding. I don't try to do like 14 days of content because it's a lot. So I do 7 posts. I do Monday through Friday, and then repeat over and over. And then work in sprints. Okay. I spend at least 15 or 20 minutes focused just like on one post type. And then I go to the next one. I don't try to spend all of my time building, just mock booking flyers. No, I will spend a few minutes working on one and then I get a few done. And if I have to come back to it, I do, because that's what helps kind of create the I'm not going to burn out face. Okay. But honestly, consistency beats perfection. I don't care if they're perfect, you're posting, and that's the most important part. And these small little steps of posting is what helps you get big results over time. Mix up your post types. Make sure you keep your audience engaged by rotating different styles. You can see Destination Spotlight. We have travel tips, client testimonials, call to action post, behind the scenes. These are just some examples. Fun facts, throwback, memory lane. You guys can screenshot these too. But you want to make sure that you're posting several different things, not just the same thing over and over. And you don't have to really do too many deals or sales, because we have Branch Up and Ralio that do that automatically for us. So you have the ability to kind of just personalize your page for what you want your clients to see. All right, so that is all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you guys are ready to build your calendars and get started for the next month. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions, and also comment and let me know if this video helped you and if you're ready to start building your content for the next month. Of course, I always tell you guys the lives that I do are automatic replays. So you can just share the same link and it will automatically replay. But I also upload the video so that you guys can also put it on different platforms too, because lives can't go anywhere except in a message. And as well, this is my last training for the week, but I will be back, guys. I'm going to probably post, I'm already sharing the evolution. So if you need to see my calendar for next month, it's already there. But I'm going to be doing the exact same thing at the same time. Next month, I'm going to be doing 5 p.m. for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we have some exciting stuff. I can show you guys real quick my rough draft. Give me a second. My rough draft for my trainings. I think I'm almost done. I just have to fix a few things here. But next month, we're doing supplier week. I'm going to talk about top suppliers. The first Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, same time, same everything. The week after that, we're doing wedding week, advisor week. I'm going to have an exclusive interview with founder council member, 300K earner, 3-star platinum, 3-time IATAN holder, and also my mentor, amazing lady, Emily Jimenez. Yes, I'll have a separate flyer just for this. but I'm going to basically interview her, and we're going to talk about how she just built this massive success as a travel advisor, and kind of things that she did. So we're going to ask her some hard hitting questions. Yeah. And then I'm also going to talk about Ayatan and Clea. And then week 4 of September is going to be cruise week. And I'm going to do vendors that I normally don't do. So Carnival, Cunard, and Disney. We don't cover those normally, so I'm going to talk about them. So I look forward to seeing you guys next month. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them in the chat. And I'm going to go to my chat now. And so I can answer them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place.